I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It's draw preview time once again. I feel like I haven't really watched much tennis this week. I'm going to hold my hands up, JG, and I've taken a little bit of a break after the US Open just to sort of, take it all in. I don't really feel like it's even real. The US Open finished. We had the two young guns winning the US Open, obviously, in Carlos Alcaraz and Iga Swiatek. And now we're going to be going into Metz, and that's on the men's side, and San Diego, and we will be doing the women's after this. But we didn't do draw previews last week. Obviously, I mean, it sort of clashed a little bit with the finals of the US Open, so apologies for that.
Yeah, it's always weird the first week after a slam, getting back into watching tennis again and some of the smaller events. I'm like similar to you. I didn't watch loads of tennis, but I did catch a little bit of the big events. Of course, Linda Fruhvirtova, she did great. She didn't win the whole thing. No, she did win the whole thing, beating Magna Nanette, but I didn't. I just checked my bracket and I didn't win the whole thing because I had her in the final and I had Alison Risk winning the whole thing. So that's a bit annoying for me, but still great event for Fruhvirtova. She's looking really good. Siniakova beat Rybakina as well on the women's in Slovenia. So good result for her, beating the Wimbledon champion. But yeah, these events I think are a little bit more exciting. I'm really looking forward to some of these matchups, especially round one, and even the qualifiers. There's some serious players in action. But I guess the real big talking point in the last few weeks really is, of course, the Queen, which I know you've been very busy covering all of that, which has sort of absorbed a lot of the country. And Roger Federer. They're like the two big talking points right now. And I feel like it's very difficult to get too involved with anything, not just tennis, but football, any other sporting events, when you've got two such big historic events. I mean, Roger Federer, some would argue he's the greatest of all time, but he certainly left a dent in the sport. Like he's definitely, I would say he is the most well-known tennis player to have ever played. He wins that title. And of course, the Queen is probably the most well-known person of all time.
Yeah, but the biggest monarch probably in recent history, that's for sure. And the longest reigning monarch across the world. I mean, I don't know of any other country that has a monarch that is so well known and well loved as well. I think that was the key thing. She touched the hearts of many people that she met across the world, and I think the same could go with Roger Federer, to be honest. Put them in the same bracket. They are very much loved. And I'd throw Serena Williams in with both of them as well, because I think that it's been just a weird few weeks just in the whole world. Lots of news, lots of craziness going on. And there's part of me just sort of hoping that we can just get back to normality in, I'd say, maybe the next week or two. And then we can just start looking forward to, well, we've got big events coming up. Obviously, we got Vienna, that'll be coming up at some point, and we will have the Paris Masters, that'll be coming up as well.
Oh, and before that, the Laver Cup. The Laver Cup,
exactly.
I'm not really a big fan of in recent years. I think it's ridiculous having all the best players on one team and then players who aren't as good on the other team. I mean, it's just unfair. Team World versus Team Europe.
Yeah.
What was that? The stat the other day, the last however many Grand Slams, 70 odd or 80 Grand Slams, 79 of them have been won by European players, with one coming from rest of the world. So it's a very one-sided team event. However, this year is very special because it's more the Roger Federer Cup. It's more the Roger Federer send-off. And I'm looking really forward to that dynamic of it. And of course, it is always exciting when you have the big three all on one team. You could say big four with Andy Murray, but I'm more interested in the big three. And that is what I'm really looking forward to. So the Laver Cup, we're going to be covering a lot of that on the channel. But in a way, it is still nice to be doing some of these smaller events. Like you said, we've got Raducanu back in action. We'll be speaking about that on the next one. We've got Metz, Dominic Thiem looking quite good these days. He's coming back, hitting some good form, which is really refreshing and nice to see. And I guess it's sort of just a bit of like business as normal, just getting back to the humdrum of some of these draw previews, some smaller tennis players. We've had the hype of a US Open, like the very best. All this talk with Roger Federer and the Queen, all these like high status events. I'm so excited to talk about a 250.
I know. Isn't it crazy
as
well?
Is that weird? I don't know.
I don't think it's that weird. We obviously have Davis Cup going on at the moment. It's sort of been overshadowed by everything that's been going on. Obviously, the US Open just finishing, all of this other news that we've just been talking about. The Davis Cup sort of fallen under the radar a little bit. And something sad to really point out, Carlos Alcaraz's first match as world number one, he lost. That was the Felix Auger-Aliassime. But there's part of me feels that I think we can cut him a bit of slack. I mean, Carlos been through the ringer really all the way, won the US Open. I think Davis Cup probably not the top of the list of priorities for the new world number one. That's what I'd say.
Exactly. But let's start with the draw preview today. I think we're going to go in with Metz first. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
So let's start with Metz. Make sure if you haven't already, download and join our bracket league. It's on TNNS, Apple or Android. You can download it for free and join our league and bracket under Game to Love. There won't be any prizes for this one, but we will give you a shout out on the podcast if you're able to win. So as you can see, the previous champion was Hubert Hurkacz beating Buster in the final in straight sets. We had Willy Tsonga winning in 2019, Gilles Simon 2018. So the French have done quite well here. Gojovcek, Goffman's won it. Benoit Paire made a final in 2017. I remember that final.
French.
Don't remember too many of the others, but Tsonga's done extremely well here.
Simon.
Simon.
Let's look at him go.
Been there for Monfils.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and look at that. Tursunov. That's Raducanu's coach.
Yeah.
Champion here.
Look, Robredo Murray final.
Wow. I mean,
Novak Djokovic won in 2006. I didn't know that.
This is it. I mean, it's the who's who really back then, but I feel that the level of competition in recent years hasn't been as high rated. But you'll be pleased to know that this year actually looks a little bit more tastier because we have some real big names in this draw. I'm excited, but before we go through the big names in the draw, let's go through the qualifiers who are going to be in this one.
I was going to say, let's go through some of the big names in the chat because we've got Jared Gonzalez in, we've got Boban in, saying rest in peace, HM, Queen Elizabeth II, beautiful soul. She certainly was. Skiing front backs here, one of our patrons. We've got Jean as well. How are we doing? Any other regulars? We've got Kathy, of course. I think she's driving, so she can't text too much. And Jean makes a good point. And Metz is a very strong 250. It looks a little bit like a 500/Masters event from what I saw.
I think it's really good. I think the level has really been raised. Maybe it's due to the fact that some people didn't perform as well as they would have liked at the US Open, and they're just looking to get back to winning ways in the first tournament possible. Certain person being the number one seed, I think, but we'll get onto that in a second. Let's go through those qualifiers. They haven't finished qualifying yet. So
they're not. I'm just looking here.
No.
So when is the next round? Will that be tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I think it's gonna overlap, unfortunately. But that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, so we've got Stan Wawrinka, who beat Laszlo Djere, which is a really big win for him. The number one qualifier. And he's going to be playing Piros tomorrow. Quentin House Furness. There's a really funny scene of Evan Furness. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Where he walked into the stadium and with all the smoke going up, he got a bit disorientated where he was and walked into the wall. And it's going around social media. So I highly recommend having a look at Evan Furness. He's now famous for walking into the wall.
Oh, that's sad for him.
We know he's a good player, though, from the challengers.
Good
We've got Martin Fucsovic against Barrett and Zizou Bergs against Brow. Watch out for Zizou Bergs. I think he can do some damage if he's able to get through. But let's get into the main draw proper. And the number 1 seed is going to be Daniel Medfordev with the 2nd seed, the reigning champion from last year, Hugo Gaston.
Yeah, there he is all the way down the bottom. Right, okay, back to the top. And we've got, we don't know the qualifiers yet. We've got João Sousa versus a qualifier. I'm going to be going for a qualifier to knock out João Sousa here.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to have Oscar Otte beating the qualifier.
I'm going to have a qualifier knocking out Otte as well here.
One of them moves,
That's a bit strange.
I'm going to go Mannarino.
Yeah, I will do the same.
Rune with a bye.
Yep.
Humbert, correct me if I'm wrong, did very well last week.
Hugo Humbert, he did very, very well. He ended up, didn't he win?
Yeah, he lost in
Rennes?
He won the final.
Won the final. He bageled Dominic Thiem in the final.
6-3, 6-love. So
challenger final should be noted.
Yeah, in a challenger, he still won the challenger.
Good competition though. He was playing.
Listen, if you win a challenger, I don't care. That's always you're gonna. I always respect someone who wins a challenger. They're a good player. If you can win a challenger, a bit like Francisco Cerundolo, you can prove yourself on the main draw as well. Especially if someone of Hugo Humbert's ability, we know what he can do in Grand Slam level.
Yeah,
he's got the game, and I actually fancy him to beat Bonzi here.
Yeah, I do as well. I think if he's
not too tired.
If he's back to his best, Hugo Humbert, somebody I had in my top 10 in last year's predictions, but yeah, we won't go too much into that.
I'm going to go Rusevori here to beat Hechka.
I'm going to go against that. I'm going to go Hechka to beat Rusevori here.
I'm going to go Bubelic to beat the qualifier.
Yeah, I'll go the same.
I'm going to go Aslan Karatsev as a bit of a strange selection from me.
What has Aslan been up to recently is what I'd like to know. But let's have a quick look. He lost in 5 sets to Fognini at the US Open. Lost in Cincinnati to Diego Schwartzman in 3, but did beat Nakashima in straight sets. And Sonego lost in 5 again. So both of their last matches were 5-set losses at the US Open. But
who did Sonego lose to?
To Jordan Thompson. So I'm going to go Karatsev as well. Go on, Aslan. Maybe this is time for a little resurgence from the Lion.
And you can see why he's got a wild card, Jules Simon. He's won this event quite a few times. His name's on that trophy. I'm surprised they've not moulded the trophy to his face or something because he's won it so many times. Is he beating David Goffin? Did Goffin win as well this event? I saw his name.
I saw his name in there. Yeah, there you go. 2014.
2014,
yeah. You're right. This is a tough one. I'm going to
have to go Goffin.
I'm going Jules Simon.
Yeah, he could do it. Never know with him.
You never know. I'm keep going down. We've got Hugo Gaston. This is in France, remember. So, and the French have done very well here based upon past winners. So
and Gaston only plays well in France.
Exactly right. So
and that's Paris specifically.
Yeah, Paris. Yeah, specifically.
Oh, not Pacific.
In the South Pacific, is he? No, he's not. Right. I don't think he's going to beat Korda. I'm going to go Korda.
Me too. I have Massetti with a bye. I'm going to go Basilashvili to beat the qualifier. I'm going to have...
yeah, go on then.
I'm going to go Munar to beat Rindenet.
I'm not. I'm going to go the Frenchman.
And I'm going to go Dominic Thiem to beat Gasco.
That's a tough
one. That is a really good match. Hopefully we can cover that on the channel.
That's a really good match as well. I mean, they played... the last time we played was in UTS, so I don't think we can look too much into that one in 2020. But I'm going to go Thiem. He's just made the final of the last challenger, so I think he's going to be in good form.
Yeah, Boban does make a really good point. Aslan and Basilashvili currently still under investigation for match fixing, so that's still ongoing as far as I'm aware. And there's not been an outcome to that case, so it's a bit dodgy.
What is Aslan doing in there? I know that some of his results weren't great, but are they match fixing?
I don't know.
We'll stay out of that. Right, Medvedev to beat the qualifier.
Yeah.
Mannarino to beat a qualifier.
I'm going to go Oscar Otte to beat him.
Okay.
Holger Rune or Humbert.
It's quite tough, actually. I'm going to go Humbert.
I'm going to go Rune because I think Umbat might be tired.
Yeah, he might be. You're right. He might go out first round, but let's
Yeah.
move down. I've got Hechka versus Bubelic, and you've got
Rusevoro.
Hechka.
I'm going to go Bubelic. I'm going to go Goffin to beat Karatsev.
I'm going to go Simon to beat Karatsev as well. I think he loves it here.
I'm going to go Musetti to beat Korda.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. This is a bit of a weird one. This is indoor, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
I think we are indoor for the rest of the year, aren't we?
I think so.
Pretty certain.
A bit cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basaksehir Minar.
I'm going to have Rinderknecht to beat Basaksehir.
I'm going to go Minar. Dominic Thiem, Hubi Hurkacz.
Oh, Hurkacz last year's was the winner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So the reigning champ, Hubi Hurkacz, I think he's going to beat Dominic Thiem. Sorry, Dommy.
I think so as well.
Back to the top.
I'm going to have Medvedev beating Otte.
I'm going to have, Medvedev to beat Manarino. Even though I think he came unstuck against him at one point. I can't remember when.
I'm going to go Holger Rune.
I'm going to have Hechka to beat Humbert. I'm going to go with your tired factor coming into play now.
He's not going to have to go back-to-back events, but no chance. So.
No.
Goffin Musetti. I'm going to have David Goffin.
This is where mine gets a little bit silly. I feel like, is this too far for Jules Simon?
Well, no. I mean, if he's in this matchup, I think he does beat Musetti.
I know. This is
I don't know if he gets there.
Man. He's for the vibes. Jules Simon.
Okay. I'm going to go Hubi Hurkacz to beat Minar.
Yeah. Hurkacz. Right. Moving to the top. Is everybody going to have the same final? I feel like
I don't think I am.
I have Medvedev to
I'm going to have Medvedev to beat Holger Rune, but then I'm going to be going David Goffin. I'm going to go David Goffin to beat Hurkacz.
I can't go anymore around. I'm going to
come on, put Simon in the thing is, if you put Simon in the final, he's definitely beating Medvedev.
That's it.
Medvedev doesn't beat French players. And he lost to Jules Simon last time they played.
Well, I was trying to check quickly when he won it, 4 years ago? It's quite long. It was against Batchinger in the final.
Who did he win it before that? Final there against Songa. He beat Songa, beat Lubicic.
I mean, it's going back some, isn't it?
Oh, no, he beat Misha.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's the reigning champion. I've got to put him through. The boring's back. The boring's back.
I've gone for David Goffin. What do you make of that to beat Hurkacz?
I don't know. I'm not too convinced, but
yeah.
What's Goffin been up to recently? What's he been up?
Goffin's good at this event.
Well, 8 years ago he was good.
Anyway, Medvedev, Goffin. I'm going to go Medvedev.
I'll go Hurkacz then. Retains his title just to go for
Hurkacz. Medvedev is not a fun match to watch, but
that's your worst one.
I mean, he's beat him a few times.
It is your worst one. I think you've always said Medvedev, Hurkacz. Sign me out.
You won't see me watching that final.
I won't be in the stands, that's for sure.
I might watch a bit of the highlights, but I don't know. It's unlikely you'll see me on the watch along for it.
Yeah, and I've just got Gene just confirming, Hechka is really good indoors. He is very good indoor player. So take that into consideration when making your picks.
And dark horse.
Well, Jules Simon.
So mine's David Goffin.
There you go.
And the mad thing is, the first match is Jules Simon, David Goffin.
Perfect.
So first round. So it's going to be make or break for one of our brackets on day one. Basically, whoever wins that one wins out of me and you, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
so
unless they go out, what happens if they go out second round?
I guess so. It doesn't really, but it does certainly help. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because we're rambling on too much. We've still got another 3 brackets to go. Next up, we've got ATP San Diego.
Yeah,
that's also an ATP 250. The number 1 seeds Dan Evans and the number 2 seeds Jensen Brooksby. Previous champions.
Sorry. Do it again. I'll do it. Oh my word, we're having a right nightmare.
There we
Not
go.
done this for a while.
Previous champions was Casper Ruud beating Cam Norrie. Well, smacking up Cam Norrie, quite frankly.
Yeah.
6-love, 6-2.
Remember that well.
Yeah, I
Remember when
remember that.
everyone was saying, "Oh, Casper Ruud, he wins all these 250s, but he can't win on the hard courts." And then he was like, "Yeah, see this? Boom!" Took out Cam Norrie
Yeah,
in.
it still was a 250 though.
I know, but still, yeah, but it wasn't on clay. Everyone was saying like he's just winning on clay. He's just a clay merchant. Well, he's just got to the final of the US Open, and now could have had another hardcourt, a tournament on his resume, but he's got a hardcourt slam final on his resume now. That's pretty good.
Right, let's go through some qualifiers, Ben.
Come on, then, let's do it.
So we're still waiting for them to finish. We've only got Neva, who's qualified already.
Okay.
Could be Nanda, who's looking all right against Kruger right now. Could be Eubanks, who's playing well against Escobedo. Could be Facundo Mena, who beats Gengel. But no one really of note. I don't like any of them.
I don't know of Gengel. Do you know anything?
The Czech guy, yeah.
First name?
Marek, is it?
Hey, there we go. JG's back. Yeah, it's got the names. Not done one of those tests in a while. I need to bring that.
I got it right. So
yeah, it's good. Right. Anyway, we'll move on to the actual draw for this one. Dan Evans,
it's a new event, this San Diego one. Really, it's only last year.
Yeah, it was a good event. Can the Brit get to the final again? We will find out. We got Tara Daniel versus a qualifier. I think Tara Daniel will probably beat a qualifier. Moving down, Brandon Holt, the guy who defeated Taylor Fritz at the US Open. He's up against Constant Lestienne. Quite a good draw for the first round, I think. I'm going to have him winning.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lestienne's good, though. Don't underestimate him.
No. Got good magic tricks as well. I think I saw Marchenko's channel. Lestienne was doing some magic.
Oh, Lestienne. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So go check out Marchenko's channel if you haven't already. Right, Big Steve Johnson against Tabio. We're in the US. Big Steve's doing him, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Giron with a bye. I'm gonna have Echeverry beating the qualifier. I have to go qualify 2 here.
Love Echeverry. What is this like obsession?
Good player.
It's on the clay. I'm gonna go qualify to knock out Echeverry.
He's class. I'm gonna have Poprin to beat Duckworth, Nakashima to beat Svajda, Kudla to beat Verdasco.
Yeah.
Galan to beat Huesler.
Disrespect. Although saying that, after what he did to Tsitsipas, Galan's gone up a level in my book. That's tough. I'm gonna go Huesler though. I think that was maybe a one-off tournament from Galan.
All right, I'll go Pedro Martis with a bye. JJ Wolf.
Go on the JJ.
Kubler to beat O'Connell. That's a good match. All Aussie.
Oh, that's an amazing match. I don't know who wins that.
We saw them both, didn't we, in Zagreb?
Yeah, they were both there. I didn't even really know of Jason Kubler. I'm not going to lie, when he was playing that event. I was stood next to him for a long period of time. And since then, he's gone on to a great thing. So maybe I should stand next to a few other tennis players at Challengers. And
you did it at Casper Ruud as well, at Wimbledon.
That's it. See, look, I keep
Bump shoulders.
That's it. I got in his way. And look at him now. Grand Slam
US Open.
He
had a great event though.
Spoke to Alcaraz as well. Look at him, he's Grand Slam champion.
I spoke to him as well. I asked him about his serve.
Well, maybe if we both speak to a player, they just go on and they we both spoke to Cam Norrie actually, so can't really say that. I'm gonna go with Connells to knock out Kubler. Sorry, Cubs.
Surprised you've done that.
Yeah.
I'll have I'm gonna go Laxton to beat McDonald.
And Brooks with that. I'm going McDonald to knock out the Lax. Sorry, Henry.
At the top, I'll have go Dan Evans, Brandon Holt.
Nah, Big Steve for me.
Echeverry.
Nah, Giron for me.
What's Echeverry been doing before I do this?
I don't know. I haven't even looked. That's a good point. It would be good to have a little
just
check.
Been terrible.
Has he been on the clay courts?
No, he didn't play it. No, he's not even played.
Oh, So he'd probably be really fresh, ready for
Played
whatever.
No, he's just playing on clay.
Shock.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll just do that one. I'll go Popperin to beat Qualifier, Nakashima to beat Kudla, Pedro Martinez to beat. Oh no, Galan to beat Pedro Martinez as well.
I'm gonna have Huesler, I guess, and then I'm gonna have the Wolf versus OC. That's a big one.
Kubler.
I'm gonna go Wolf. Sorry, Chris.
And then Brooksby from the bottom.
Yeah, same.
Evans at the top, Popperin to beat Echeverry, Nakashima to beat Galan, and Brooksby to beat Kubler.
I have Giron. I'm gonna have Nakashima. Looks like I've gone for the 1-3-5-2. The biggest seeds.
I'm going to go Evans to beat Popperin.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going. This is a good tournament for Evans, I feel.
Yeah, really Evans should win this one. Someone put it in the live chat. Where is it? Yeah, Manoris. Evans. Oh, no, not that one.
Almino?
Yeah, Almino. Great chance for Evans to get second title here. I'm sure he will doss it up, though. Like, he should be winning this event on paper.
He's going to doss it up. Hopefully not.
He's got a good chance to win this.
He looked pretty good recently, so hopefully he continues that. Nakashima Brooksby. Are we ruling out?
I'm going Brooksby.
I'm going to go Nakashima. I feel that he holds his nerve a little bit better than Brooksby.
So Evans, I've got the Evans Brooksby final.
I've got Evans Nakashima. I'm actually going to go Brandon Nakashima.
Yeah, it could do. That's a good pick. But I'm going to go with the other American, Jensen Brooksby, to beat Evans.
Would these be first titles, I believe, for either of them?
I don't know about Nakashima because I remember he was in the final.
I think it was lost Cabos, though.
No, didn't he get to the final of the one what's local to him? What's it called? The one he played Yoshi, Opelka's there. Delray Beach.
Yeah, but he's never won one. I think
he did win at Delray Beach once, but I don't know if he won it. I think he won it.
He got to... Oh, okay. So he's been in two finals. Lost Cabos, where he lost to Nori. I remember that one. Oh, and Isner, Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. That's right, yeah.
I mean, that was close. It was a tie break and a 7-5. But classic Isner.
Well, there we go. I'm happy with my brackets on that one.
Yeah.
In terms of a dark horse, I don't really have one.
Not really.
You do.
I mean, not
probably.
Really.
I'm probably going to go Galan. Galan Riveros.
I'll go Big Steve just for the vibes.
Okay, could happen. But anyway, let's wrap this up. Thanks for joining us on the men's draw previews. That's our two champions for that. Make sure to enter your brackets at home, and we'll be heading over to the women to that one now.
See you soon. Make
sure to like and subscribe.
Definitely do that.
Because Ben won't ever ask.
No, never. Sign up to Patreon. The challenge, JG.
See you soon.